tell us kind of about a day is Julia Langton, like as it is right now, because I don't think people see what I see. Okay. Like I know how busy you are, to the point where sometimes I actually feel, I don't know if I feel I'm proud sometimes, and sometimes I almost feel bad because, we kind of have that like watch what you wish for thing, right? So, back in my union electrician days, I worked from 7 till 3:30. I got home at 3:30 and thought, okay, what am I going to do now? And now our days go from 7 in the morning until 9 o'clock at night sometimes, so I see that's already happening for you. And I think, wow, Julia's only 19 and she already has that type of life. So explain, kind of tell some people that the hustle of Julia,
Well, I feel like even in my head, I won't think it's that much. I mean, I wake up. Well, it depends. Either I wake up and I come here to get the guys going, or I lay out everything that they have, and then I get woken up to questions. So either way, I'm up, getting them going, answering their questions. I come in, and then I do a lot of paperwork. I mean, I'd say the thing that makes us work is we're very similar, but there's like small differences. Like this guy, if you give him any paperwork to do, it's a meltdown. It's not even he's just very, what's the word? Triggered? Not triggered. A short temper? No. These are.
What is happening right now?
That's why I asked what the word was. Like, okay, here. He's doing some financing. All is going well. He gets it done. He just has to print it. But it won't print to the right printer, probably because I messed with his print. I didn't mess with him. But he doesn't have the right printer, but he won't look at the printer. So then it won't print. And then that's when he's throwing hands at the printer. But he already did the hard work of the financing. So the financing, he just gets worked up. Okay.
So let me explain this a little bit.
What?
I had no idea my daughter was going to call me out so many times. So
you called me out.
I don't know. All right. So
wait, this is the Julia Langton. Everyone else knows.
Actually, yeah. I don't need to be talking about me right now. Let's keep going. Let's get back on track.
But okay, here. I don't even mean that you get short temper. I mean here. So back to my day in the life. He does the stuff out in the field, the selling and stuff, and then it's like, here, map this, get together whatever you need to get. I do all the back end paperwork that he would hate to do, but he does the field work selling that I would hate to do. So it kind of balances in that way. Yeah. So I mean, really mine's just a lot of paperwork, phone calls, a lot of phone calls from the same people. Like you get a lot of phone calls, but it's like diverse. Mine's not. What else? I mean, I used to fix auto mowers. I guess I should have put that in where I really started.
Yeah.
I used to do all the warranty and open the mowers and fix them, which was actually fun. That was quite a fun time. And the inside of them smell like crayons.
They do smell like crayons, for real.
It's kind of exciting. Yeah. I don't know why. So I used to do that. Here and there, I'll still fix some if there's like too many, or I'll fix some trimmers.
How about when we get the auto mowers that come in that smell like really bad weed?
I hate when that happens because this
happens. Anybody that fixes auto mowers is going to be like, holy crap, it's not only us. Because I guarantee this is not only an automated outdoor thing.
Yeah. So there was this one day I worked on a mower and I fix it all up. It's looking nice. I go into the back office, and I mean, I don't do this. So I'm not one to smell like weed. Okay,
this
obviously.
Yep.
I walk into the back office to go say hi to this guy, and he goes, hang on a second, come here. I'm like, yeah? He goes, you smell like weed. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I'm like, okay, well, I was just working on an auto mower and like this and that. But then we figured out it was the auto mower that makes you smell like that. And every time I work on an auto mower, I actually do smell like that. You know what I think it is, though?
And it's not only her.
No one else
anybody that works on it.
I think it's the ceiling strips. To me, like every time I touch one of those, then I smell like weed. Anyways, no one will know what that means. But
maybe these ceiling strips are made out of hemp.
I don't know. Either way, I hate it because then my whole body, all of me smells like weed all the time. And I hate it. I hate how that smells. I like, if anyone knows me, truly anybody, you know, I like to smell like Versace all the time. Bright Crystal Absolute. That's the best one. It's pink. It's like the girliest thing I own probably. But I like to be smelling fresh all the time. So working on those automotives, I don't. Now, Dad, I need you to loop me back. Where was I before? Oh, a day in my life.
And we thought I was going to be the tangent master. Anyways, continue.
Listen, I told you, I'm getting this in one take. I'm getting all my info out.
All right.
I mean, really, it's just like a mix of office work. It's really anything that you need me to do. I mean, scheduling, I always have to schedule for the next day, but it's really like he'll call me and be like, yo, I did this, this, and this. Can you do the back end of this, this, and this, or can you give me this? It's really just getting everyone what they need, is running it, I guess.
Yeah. How about school? How do you balance school with work right now?
I don't. So I let 18 assignments. I just had finals last week.
It was rough.
It was a terrible time for me. Now, I will say, I do consistently do like one or two of them here. Like, I mean, I tried to keep up a little bit, but with the whole COVID thing, they put out a lot more assignments, I'd say. And they made it so you had to be like really on top of it and submit things extra that you didn't have to do during the regular school year. So I fell behind slightly because my biggest flaw probably is procrastination. That's probably it. Okay. So I procrastinated approximately 18 assignments and tests that were all due 2 days later. So I don't balance. I enjoy work. Katie actually always makes fun of me because she enjoys school a lot, but I like work because I'm like, oh, I get paid to work. But she's like, oh, I'd rather do school. But regardless, if I have homework, I'm like, no, I'm going to stay and work late because this is way better. And then I'm not stressed for the next day rather than going home and doing something I don't even get paid for or learn anything from. So I don't balance it. That was the question. I'm really bad at it. It's a weakness of mine. Of few. So
do you think part of your issue with school though is because you're ahead of so what are you going to school for, by the way?
Business management.
And do you feel like you might be ahead of the curve in business management because you've been dealing with business through me since you were like 14 years old?
Yes and no. Yes, because I am ahead of the curve in what you actually deal with in a business. No, because what they teach doesn't even have to do with, like, I mean, some of it, I just took intro to business and like, that's just a basic class. But like what you learn in that has nothing to do with like the day-to-day, everything you're doing. So it's like, it's not like I know every vocabulary term because that's all it was. It's like, what's this vocab term and this and that. So it's like, okay, maybe I'm not ahead with that, but it's also makes it feel pointless when you experience what an actual business is like, and then you go to school for something that you think will help you, and it's like it doesn't really correlate like you thought it would, and then it feels a little bit pointless.
Yeah, so this is like I look at business when I went to school, and I'm going to use this moment to comment on a few things. So like the printer, it does piss me off sometimes.
But I also
and I do have to say that this is usually when I'm like trying to get something done so we can get something funded so we could go do an install at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
But we need to get it financed before we leave, and it's 7:30 at night, and Synchrony closes or Sheffield closes at 8, and I need to get them the package. So
okay, can I chime in?
No, it's my time right now.
Oh, dude.
And then that's that number one. Number two, I am one of my biggest reasons I think that I'm successful, and I also think it's going to be what is going to make you successful, is we're good at delegating. So what happens is at 8:00, there's nobody left for me to delegate to. Okay. So Brenda's left, Megan's left, Tony's gone. Actually, Tony sometimes is still here at 8, but all the people that I would normally delegate to are gone. And at this point, I've delegated so many things to you, I realize I have to do it myself. So that's really what I'm pissed off. I'm probably not pissed off at the printer. I'm pissed off that I don't have somebody else to do it for me because I just did a million other things that I'm better at that I don't know why I'm printing my own documents. So, and this is something that any business owner, I'm telling you, I'm not an outlier in this. I talk to so many people and we have so many things in common. We didn't like to do our homework in school. We had a few token girls that would do our homework for us. I mean, for real, I should thank Elisa and Carly, and I can't even thank my ex-wife because she is the one person that never did my homework, but I end up marrying her anyways. It's craziness. Anyways, I think we've all been there.
Okay, so
unless you're like a CFO, and then you did your homework, But anyways, so
okay,
going back.
so to touch, did I leave out a couple of details about the printer and make it seem a little worse? Yes. Did I also not mention that in his printers, I made the printer he needs to print to
Yeah, front office main loser.
Office main loser, because
that's what I have to look for when I want to print to the front office.
But he doesn't know how to change it, and that's why it's funny.
No, I know how to change it. I just
then
have to
you
look
just
for that.
don't.
No, I just forget because I forget that it's on the other printer. You're right.
Well, you don't change the name of it. You know how to change the printer. You don't know how to probably change the name of what the printer is.
I'm sure I would be able to figure out how to change it.
You don't have the patience.
I just don't have the time or the patience to do it.
That's fine. I was just telling them that I am a little bit of a jokester and probably make his life a little bit more difficult.
No, you actually make it funner. I will say it's okay.
Yeah, see, okay. So now where...
Okay.
I'm worse at this.
Yeah, that's okay. So see, we're both learning because I need to do a better job keeping you on track.